Russia give you this information, or anybody associated with Russia?
Our source is not a state party. So the answer for our interactions is no.
You did not get this information about the DNC, John Podesta's emails. Can you tell the American people 1,000% you did not get it from Russia or
Yes.
anybody associated with Russia?
We can say, we have said repeatedly over the last 2 months that our source is not the Russian government and it is not a state party.
WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange on this program back in January, denying Russia had anything to do with giving WikiLeaks the DNC emails during the 2016 election. Earlier this month, Republican Congressman Dana Rohrabacher of California traveled to London. He met Assange face-to-face, the first congressman to do that. Following the meeting, Rohrabacher predicted that if the American people knew the information that Assange has, and he would be the one guy that knows the truth of where it all came from, they would be outraged over the time that was wasted blaming Russia for this particular hack. And now Congressman Rohrabacher says that a meeting is being arranged between him and the president to discuss what he was told by the WikiLeaks founder. Now, former NSA whistleblower Bill Binney, 34-year veteran, he's also questioning the Russian hacking story. Watch this.
The NSA, for example, has all the fiber optic taps across the United States and even around the world, plus trace route programs embedded in hundreds of places all over the network. So I knew they would know if packets were being passed around the U.S. or outside the U.S. or anywhere in the world, they could trace them and see who got them. I mean, they did that several years ago with the Chinese hack that came in that said it came from that building, I think, in Shanghai. Well, they could do the same thing with virtually any hack. So right away, I began to question that assertion that they were hacking into the DNC.
Now, I had Bill Binney on my radio program. He said 99% certainty, 34-year veteran, NSA, that it was not Russia. Now, some news outlets have also been reporting that former U.S. spies doubt this Russia hacking narrative, including Bloomberg. They ran an article entitled, "Why Some U.S. Ex-Spies Don't Buy the Russia Story." Even the liberal Nation, they wrote a report, a new report, raises big questions about last year's DNC hack. The Washington Times did the same thing. Joining us now, California Congressman Dana Rohrabacher. One, I want to give you credit. It is true that if there's one person on earth that would know the source of this, wouldn't it be Julian Assange of WikiLeaks? And isn't it true WikiLeaks has never been wrong in 11 years?
Well, I don't know if they've never been wrong, but I know that he's the ultimate source.
Never been proven wrong. And the material they've released.
Proven wrong. Oh, yeah, the things that he released were honest and truthful. Now, some of the things he released, I'll have to admit to you, I would have preferred him not releasing. I thought it was wrong, but you take a balance of what's happened. He's disclosed massive amounts of information of which the government's been keeping secret from us. And I think it's a good thing that American people have transparency in their government.
One thing, and I've interviewed him 4 times on radio and 1 time on TV, and I asked him numerous times, would you ever release anything that would put people in the field, innocent people, in harm's way? And he swore he would not. Are you convinced that that's true? Because I can't think of an instance. Can you?
Well, when you say it's whether or not someone is intentionally doing that, I certainly don't believe that he would intentionally put American intelligence or military people at risk. But some of the things that have come out, and I would have preferred, I would think, yeah, and well, not only embarrassing, but perhaps it's something that would have been best handled behind the scenes. But our government and all governments around the world have tried to hide massive amounts of information about what they're doing from their own people. And I think that what we have in WikiLeaks is an exposure that those things that they want to keep secret.
You know, fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, 3 times, 5 times. Allegedly, Julian Assange at 16, Kim.com at 16, hacked into the DOD, hacked into NASA. Now, he's 45. At what point is it America's fault that we have not built the cybersecurity to prevent that from happening? And at some point, do we blame our own government for its failure?
Well, I will just have to say that I don't think our government should have as many secrets as they have, and they've been keeping information from us. And Julian Assange's operation, Well,
we should be unhackable after 35 years.
Well, we should be unhackable, but we should make sure that information that doesn't deserve to be secret should be available to the American people.
Okay.
And in that, Julian Assange is doing a great service.
Let's talk about
a great service.
So he would be the one person that knows where this information came from.
Right.
Do you believe that this Trump-Russia collusion narrative will be proven false, and do you believe he holds the key?
The answer is absolutely yes, and I think that this Russian narrative that you're talking about, this idea, this unrelenting, sinister, story about how Trump colluded with the Russians in order to steal the elections is a total con job, it's a fraud, and it's masking a power grab. Because what they're doing is they're trying to undermine the ability of the person the voters voted for. They're undermining his ability to assume the power and authority and appointments that the President of the United States has given authority to do by the voters.
It is possible that the media has lied to the American people, and the Democrats have lied to the American people for nearly a year, and that they've disrupted the flow of information and manipulated the flow of information in this country for nearly a year. You're saying, what is the percentage certainty that this has all been a lie?
Oh, I would, in terms of what I believe, and after looking into this, I think it's about 99% that it's a total lie. This is and of course you've had these people who politicized our intelligence agencies, the Obama appointees who jumped into this, giving credence to a total fraudulent analysis of what happened. And this was not something where Russia colluded with Trump in order to steal the elections. They are stealing the elections.
Doesn't Robert Mueller then need to talk to Assange? Doesn't he need to at least look at the evidence or attempt to get the evidence? Does he care about the truth? And
these people haven't even looked at Hillary Clinton's collusion with the Russians, where they put tens of millions of dollars into the Clinton Foundation. Unbelievable. But then they want to find out, did someone with President Trump actually talk in some ways?
Okay.
And then they complain about me. By the way, just
I'm about to lose you.
I've had a lot of people who attack me. I am the chairman of the committee that oversees our relations with Russia. It is my job to
You
find
have a
this out.
specific message for the President of the United States, but it's only one that you could tell him privately.
That's
in this
correct.
environment, is it going to be hard to tell him privately? Because, Dana Rohrabacher is now sending back messages from Julian Assange. Is that going to be possible? And if not, will you go public with what you know? And obviously, Julian Assange probably wants to just be left alone to go to Ecuador, is what I'd imagine, right?
I think that's probably it. I think what we have here, it's really important for the truth to be known. And I think the President of the United States needs to hear what the details are. And I understand that a meeting with myself and the President is being arranged. So at that point, the purpose is to alert the American people to the truth of what of this whole situation.
If he has the truth that will blow this lie out of the water that you're saying, and 99% certainty, does he deserve immunity if he reveals the truth to the American people?
Well, if the truth is revealed to the American people, this is a game changer in this unrelenting, hostile attack by the media and this power grab by the left wing. And if he helps thwart that, he deserves a reward.
All right, Dana Rohrabacher, we're going to have you back next week. We'll stay on this story. This is a pretty blockbuster. When we come back.